Good morning, Cowboy Jim here, Fort Mac. Wonderful day up here. A bit chilly, but still looks like it's going to be a good day. And I've just been out on my back stoop or deck, whatever, lawn chair actually, and having my coffee and so on. And I just thought I would turn the news on and see what issues are scaring people half to death nowadays, or today, anyways. And today it's the confusion to do with mask mandates and the resultant fears that people have of becoming contaminated with this or that or something else. And or simply an Irish thing, being told what to do when you don't like being told what to do unless it's by the person who's cutting you the check at the end of the week or end of the pay period. But anyways, so we're watching the influences that rob, steal, and destroy the joy in an average person's life, and mask mandates, which incidentally, I have to be very, 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 very careful about how I talk about anything to do with mask mandates, because it's not so much that you need follow the science. It is that you need to know which science is more socially acceptable for the day. And if you can figure that out, well, then you've got her made. Eh? I mean, made in the shade. Yeah. But we have watched now for a couple of years where it seems to me that fear, smartest woman in the world I ever met, said that fear was the root of all evil, and I don't quite agree with that. I think evil uses fear to rob, steal, and destroy. Because I kind of go straight to the chase, and I try to understand how I think in order to ascertain, am I learning anything? Is there a difference this year than how I was last year? And there really is. There really is. Because last year, 2021, was the worst year in my life, and yet it was also the best. But it was also the worst. This year, I have a degree of optimism that is premised not on mask mandates, figuring out which science to follow, or which science is considered the appropriate one to follow. And I watch. I watch the news. I'm kind of bored, okay, just a little, and I have not gotten myself drug out of my apartment to walk, and sure wouldn't run anywhere. But I will get to that walking thing, and I suppose the question is, do you wear a mask or not? I mean, come on. Jeez. How stupid. How stupid. To think that one's whole life should be controlled by external influences that are fundamentally waste of breath, and to each their own. It used to be that racism, I guess, would be the thing where you would show your prejudice of another's skin color or denominational differences or religious belief system differences, and you would ascertain whether you wanted to sit beside someone. And now it is, well, public transit, you still have to wear a mask, and that's good. I mean, shoot, who knows? Who cares? Really, who cares? I think people are coming to the place where they'll just simply say, if I'm going to live today, then I'm truly going to live today. And I truly will live it right to the nines, meaning I am going to live today any way that I choose to live that does not infringe on someone else's space or someone else's belief systems. I don't want to encourage fear, and I don't want to walk in fear. I don't like fear. I have been afraid on a few occasions. A couple of occasions, I didn't even know that I was fearful. Didn't have a clue. But in looking back and ascertaining how and so on that I behaved, well, quite evidently, I really think that I was fearful. And it's kind of like an inexplicable thing. You're not sure how you got there. You're not necessarily sure why you're there. Yes, if you climb on a horse and it goes to bucking, and I mean in a decent sort of manner, and you feel you just want to reach down and grab the saddle horn and try to snug your buns right up into that saddle as much as you can. Yes, I understand that fear. But I don't understand the fear that would keep a person from going outside in the fresh air and breathing the fresh air or taking a walk downtown. Well, other than walking's not really that bright for me. For you, doesn't matter. It's up to you. Or the fear that you turn around and you're surrounded by a bunch of people and they don't look like you. Well, for me, that's a pretty easy one to handle because it just about any crowd that I'm in, there's not too many that look like me. Well, that's kind of a good thing. Really, it is. But anyways, you have to figure out for yourself what you choose to believe and walk in it and premise your belief system on something that's a little bigger than your own daily life's experiences. And so I trust in a creator. And that's not a popular subject. People don't like that because most people who are insecure in their own belief system, in their own walk that they're walking, they want everyone else to be as they are in order to validate for themselves that they're headed in the right direction. Well, if 50 people are headed in the wrong direction and you feel so insecure with your understanding of where and how and what you're going to do when you get to where you're heading to, and you turn and follow the 50 because numbers, people don't understand. You can be in a huge group of people and they're all going in the wrong direction. Or you can ascertain where you want to end up at the end of the day, and you just cut a new path for yourself. And that's what you are to do. Truly. At the end of this day, and I don't like that saying, at the end of the day, it's stupid. I think it is. But at the end of the day, there'll be your eyes that you close when you lay upon your bed. Your eyes. You will volitionally control closing of them. Hopefully, sleep won't take too long. But it's up to you. It's up to you. You're going to wear a mask? Good. You're not going to wear a mask? Good. We Canadians are not used to being obedient. When was the last time you broke the speed limit by 5 miles over? Well, possibly. Not while you were backing up. But going forward, you like being told what to do? You like to be told why? You need to do whatever they're telling you to do? No, not this old cowboy. And I'm not a very good cowboy. I'm a rancher. Was a rancher. Frank Sinatra, he sang a song, went something like this, I Did It My Way. Well, as much as I enjoyed that song, as much as I didn't enjoy that song, it is your life. You determine for yourself how you're going to live it. And what in the process of time you choose to believe. Walk in it. Believe. Whatever you choose to believe. Wisdom would have you premise it on something that can bear up to scrutiny. Wisdom would have you try to make decent decisions. I mean, what decision do you and I have to make this week? Well, I guess there are a lot of them, but you'll be the one making them, unless some idiot is trying to inflict their opinion on you. Which I find flat out offensive. I truly do. But sometimes you have to acquiesce. You just have to figure out when and where, how to go about it. So anyways, I'm shouting encouragement to you today. I'm not saying a blessed thing. Hardly at all. I probably won't get kicked off the channel. That's kind of nice. I mean, one warning. Gee, almost a second. I just encourage you. Grab on to life with your whole heart, soul, spirit, and live. I really like what Solomon said to his son. Solomon was considered the wisest man in the world. Moses was considered the most humble man in the world. Solomon told his son, remember this, son, you eat, you drink, and you be merry. But remember, you will meet the Lord. I like that. I really do. You see, it's you that would be doing the eating and the drinking, but it is also you who will be meeting the Lord. So you ascertain for yourself what you figure is right for yourself, and you walk in it. Okay. I, I hope I encouraged you a bit. Don't live your life to please others. It's not worth it. Because if your value is established by who likes you, that's not a good thing. Take a look in the mirror. Oh, don't tell yourself, gee, like one guy said to my, he was a head guy at where I took my heavy equipment training, and he says, why do you try so hard? I said, because it's my duty and it's my obligation. It's how I've lived my whole life. Well, he says, why? I said, because I need to know that I've done my best. I need to know that I could not have tried harder. And he said, well, you're already the best in a machine. And I said, really? He said, yes. He was the head guy. He said, he says, you have 2 weeks left until your course is done. That was a 10-week course. And gave me 3 weeks on a hoe and a couple of weeks on dozer and articulating a little funny thing. I didn't like running those rock trucks and all that sort of stuff, grader, all that. I love that stuff. He said, I want you to slough off. I want you to take it easy. He said, you work too hard. You try too hard. He says, I want to know why. I said, it's the only way I can honor God. It's the only way that I can say thank you to him. It's the only way that I can talk to people without words and indicate that I believe in something larger, bigger than myself. It's how I approach work. He said, tomorrow morning, when you get up, he said, I want you to stand in front of a mirror and tell yourself that you deserve every good thing that's going to happen to you today. That every single thing that is good, you earned it. It's yours. You own it. I said, you know what I say when I stand in front of a mirror in the morning? He said, I'm interested. I say, God, I thank you for the privilege and the honor of waking up. I thank you for the joy that I have, that I can go and try to improve myself, do the best that I can at whatever I put my hand to. I said, I just thank God. He says, I want you to start thanking yourself. I thought, son, he's younger than me. Well, most everyone is. And I thought, I'm going to determine how I live. I'm going to walk in it. And no one's going to tell me how I have to live in order to be accepted anywhere. My employer, doesn't matter what my employer tells me, I'm going to be so obedient that he will just, and or she will just blessed fall over. They won't believe, but I will be. So God bless Shay. Be encouraged. Monday morning, you're probably going to live for the day at least. The only thing you can really be sure of is what you've lived up to this moment. And you're going to live till you die. So when you die, that's between you and the Creator. And God bless you. God bless you. You fall down, stand back up. You want a purpose to live? Ask the Creator what that is for you. God bless thee.